Well, the set is finally out. We finally get to see Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth. Magic's first crossover involving Lord of the Rings, and we get to actually see this in a modern legal set. So, how is she? That's what we kind of talked about today. Actually going over the things that are actually absolutely just fucking amazing. And some, a lot, most, quite a few, fuck you. Things that definitely could have been improved, and the thing that definitely hurt my mortgage payment being on time this month. So, let's get into her. And like always, this is just my opinion, just for fun. Before we get anything too crazy specific, we'll actually go over a few things about the set in general. So, a quick look, since this is a Lord of the Rings set, we're actually going to be taking a look at some of the cards that are actually depicting characters, events, that actually happened in Tolkien's universe. Now, first of all, the most notable thing about this set is the art. And I was like, God damn if it's not beautiful. Standard art and extended arts are nice, the alternate arts are actually decent-ish. Whatever intern came up with the scene arts. Now, the main problem with the set, by far, is the fact the power of the cards is not too crazy. These cards are not legal in Standard or Pioneer, but unfortunately for a majority of the cards, they don't seem to be as strong as other modern sets. Most of these cards are actually better in other formats. Of course, not including Standard or Pioneer. The White Halfling taps for a colorless mana or a colored mana if you're going to use it on a legendary spell. And if you do use it on a legendary spell is uncounterable. Now that is actually pretty decent in Modern. But what if there's another format where there's some more legendary spells? That's right, of course, we're talking about Oathbreaker. Absolutely not. The White Halfling is fantastic in Commander. Getting your commander to be uncounterable, having your commander be uncounterable just makes things better. Mark balance is pretty slow and doesn't do too much in Modern. But in Commander, Thing is an absolute fucking psychopath. The fact that this thing can trigger off so many things is just absolutely baffling, and Commander is just the perfect spot for her. Orcish Bowmasters is one of the most phenomenal cards in the set. Absolutely hooping your opponents for actually drawing cards. This thing is absolutely crazy in Legacy where there is Brainstorm. Or once again, plays thing in a Commander where there's an actual format where hand discards is extremely frequent-ish. More scary frickin' Notion Thief. Since the video is actually coming out a tiny bit after the set's release, Orcish Bowmasters has been actually doing very well in Modern. And probably the most solid card in the entire set, the One Ring. We are not even goofing around here. This thing is fantastic in Modern. Phenomenal in everything from Yawgmoth, 4-color Omnath, Amulet Titan, Cabal Coffers. She is just phenomenal. A card that literally gives you protection, not for the turn, until your next turn, plus draws you cards, and it increases the amount drawn. This fucking card. Then not to mention too, there was the 1-of-1 copy of the One Ring, which had many people seeking it out and has actually been found and graded by PSA. If Wizards ever did have to release a card that was a 1-of-1 serialized that they'd ever only print one of, have to admit, they picked a good card. But unfortunately the rest of the cards in the actual set are not as strong. Things like Stern Scolding, Reprieve, and Forge Anew had people really hoping they'd actually see Modern play, but unfortunately they are proven not to be as strong as other things. Reprieve was the first card shown for the set, and people had high hopes that the rest of the set would be this powerful, and by the end of the set... But before we get into that, quick word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by...
No sponsor available.
Do you have a whole bunch of cards and want to sell them? Maybe trade them in for store credit? Then come on down and bring them to today's sponsor.
No sponsor available.
And thanks to the wonderful service at...
No sponsor available.
Which means if you make your order on Monday, you'll get them as soon as...
No sponsor available.
That's amazing shipping. Thanks again to today's sponsor.
No sponsor available.
Then we have the cards that are just flat out fucking disappointing. And unfortunately, a lot of the characters in Tolkien's universe are not that frickin' powerful-ish. You can say this is a design standpoint, trying not to have any of Tolkien's characters really be that frequent in Modern, but it's still rather disappointing that even they aren't that crazy in other formats as well. But some are just insulting. The Balrog being this frickin' depressing is just unfortunate. But by far the most fucking insulting, and my favorite character in the Tolkien universe. Now they put it on a saga, which even hurts more because the name is absolutely fantastic. The card takes forever to ramp, and then once you do, it is underwhelming as hell. 14 treasure tokens is fantastic, but if I work this hard to get Smog, I want to play Smog. I do not want to be incentivized to actually kill the token. But anyways, that is my opinion on Tales of Middle-earth. Please leave comments down below to tell me your opinion. Always love to read comments. But anyways, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. But since the price of fast food is going up, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, leaving a like, hitting the notification bell, yada. Does really help. Thank you so much. Please go check Twitter. Please go check Twitch. And just remember, Ninja Kid for closed traps.